Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at the Maono PD200W wireless dynamic microphone. According to Maono, this is the #1 best-selling internet microphone worldwide. Well, I'll be the judge of that. This microphone costs $99.99, which is approximately $100. And that's for the version that comes with the desktop stand, which you are looking at right here. If you want the variant with a boom arm instead, that will cost you around $130. It's available on Amazon and the official Maono website. Let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, they are not shy about highlighting the features. According to the box, this mic works with iPhone. Honestly, I don't really care what it's specifically designed for. If it's supposed to be the world's best selling mic, it should work with everything, right? Well, we'll find out. Key features listed on the box include 60-meter wireless range, real-time monitoring, 3.5mm headphone jack, MaonoLink software support, one-touch mute, compatible with cameras, smartphones and computers, smart control knob, shock mount included, which is great for eliminating vibrations that could mess up your recordings. Let's open it up and see what's inside. When you open the box, you are immediately greeted with a quick setup guide that shows you how to connect the mic to your PC or phone, both wired and wirelessly. Inside the box, you'll find the user manual and warranty card, standard documentation, USB-C wireless receiver. This is what you use for the wireless connectivity. It's small, lightweight, and just plugs directly into your device. Cables. You get a 2.5-meter braided USB-C to USB-A cable. It's a converter cable, so it has USB-C on both ends and USB-C to USB-A converter on one end, making it compatible with both types of devices. There's also a shorter USB-C female adapter that can be used to extend cable or just connect the receiver directly to your computer or phone or whatever other device you want to use the mic with. The microphone itself, it comes with an integrated shock mount with elastic bands. This helps absorb vibrations and shocks, which is crucial if you are recording on a desk like this, because any bumps or movements could ruin your audio. The mic also includes a pop filter or wind guard, which feels really nice in quality. And there's also the desktop stand. This is a metal construction with what they call a telescopic arm. It's got real weight to it, fully metal, high quality build. It feels very steady and balanced on the decks. According to the specs, there should be an extra elastic bands for the shock mount, and I found them. They were inside the little packet where the receiver is stored. Nice touch. First impression, the quality is really impressive. The design is sleek, the build feels solid, and aesthetically, it looks like a professional studio gear. The microphone body is full metal construction, premium aluminum alloy with a black matte finish. The cables are braided and feels premium. Everything about this screams quality, not cheap consumer gear. Let me walk you through the physical features of this microphone. The mic has an RGB light ring just near the top of the capsule. You can customize this with 16.8 million color options, including a rainbow circling pattern, or you can turn it off completely. If you want a more professional look, I'll show you the software control for this later. At the side, on the body, there's a single button to mute or unmute. Right under it or right next to it, there's a digital control wheel. This controls either the microphone gain, which is the input volume, or the headphone monitoring volume. While pressing these ones can switch between the microphone gain and headphone volume. Long pressing it for about 2 seconds enable you to modify or enable noise cancellation, and you can then use the knob to switch between the noise cancellation levels, which are slight, moderate, and aggressive. Pressing the button once again goes back to microphone gain or headphone volume controls. The RGB light around the knob reflects the intensity of the volume for either of the two functions. That indicates volume level, charging status, and battery level. On the bottom, you can find the XLR output ports for professional audio interfaces, USB-C port for USB connection and charging. There's a 3.5mm headphone jack for real-time monitoring, and the power button, which you long press for 2 seconds to turn it on or off. You can also press it once to change the state of the RGB light that goes all around the microphone body. The pop filter is removable. You can take it off if needed. One small note: There's no visual marking on the control dial itself, so you would have to rely entirely on the LED feedback to know where your level are at. Personally, I just stick to using the software because that's just more user friendly. Setting up the microphone is pretty straightforward. The first thing you'd have to do is to mount it on the desktop stand or the boom arm if you have one. You start by coupling the components, then attaching the microphone to, in my case, the desktop stand. Then you are good to go. This microphone offers three connectivity options, what they call triple mode connectivity. Number one, for USB connection, simply connect the USB-C cable from the mic to your device. It's plug and play, no drivers needed. Select Maono PD200W mic USB in your audio settings. You can use the MaonoLink software for additional controls and you're ready to go. This works with Windows, Mac, Linux, including Steam Deck, Android devices, and pretty much anything with a USB port, according to them. It has actually switched from this microphone to this microphone. This is what is actually picking up the sound right now. Testing, testing, testing. Now, if I were to increase the knob here, then it is going to affect. This is actually controlling the volume of the input, and now I'm putting it up to the highest. So as you can see, the output, the gain is actually being increased as I increase the volume. Now if I bring it back down, then it stops recording and it's not picking up anything right now. So I'm just going to turn that back up to the maximum. And now if you press this button right here once, you can now start changing something other than the gain. If you were to press this button right here once, it's muted now. So as you can see, it's not picking up anything on Audacity because it is muted. Press it once and it is now unmuted. And as you can see, it is back to picking up the sound that is being said directly into the microphone. And that's what that button does right there. So that is that for all the control features that are directly available and accessible on the microphone right here. What do you guys actually think about the control features? I think it's actually pretty straightforward. There's also the wireless mode, 2.4 gigahertz. To set up wireless, plug the wireless receiver into your device's USB-C port. Select mono wireless mic in your audio settings. Connect headphones to the 3.5mm jack if you want real-time monitoring, and you are ready to record. The wireless range is supposedly up to 60 meters and the battery life is impressive, supposedly 60 hours with RGB off and 38 hours with RGB on. But we are not yet done with the wireless receiver. If you look at the side of the wireless receiver, there's a button there, and that button can be used to toggle between the different noise cancellation options. Pressing the button once enables noise cancellation feature at the first level. Pressing it again takes it to the next level. Pressing it the third time takes it to the third level, while pressing it 4 times actually turns off noise cancellation. Now, because this is the first time I'm using the wireless receiver, I actually had to plug it into a charger, and luckily you can actually charge it while using it at the same time. Testing, testing, 1 2, testing, 1 2. And as you can see, we are getting live feedback because that is actually connected and the receiver is actually doing most of the work right now. I'm trying to see how fast the receiver is actually at getting the inputs, whether there is any form of delay. Now you guys can see that whether there is any form of delay, we're going to be seeing that. I think that's actually quite fast. So right now the noise cancellation is off. If I press the button once, noise cancellation is on right now. First level. Noise cancellation is on the second level. Noise cancellation is on, and this is the third level. And now noise cancellation is off once again. So that's how it sounds, with noise cancellation on and off and noise cancellation set to different levels. Now I want to address something upfront. I didn't test this with my smartphone, and here's why. My phone's USB-C port is a bit worn out, so I couldn't properly test out the mobile functionality. However, there are already multiple videos out there demonstrating the mobile features extensively. So if that's specifically what you are looking for, I would recommend checking one of those for dedicated mobile testing. For this review, I'm focusing on desktop use with my PC, which is honestly how most people will use a mic like this anyway. One of the standard features of this microphone is the MonoLink software, which is available for both PC and smartphone. Let me walk you through what you can do with it. First, let me check if it's detecting the microphone. Perfect, it's picking up the mono microphone. Looking at the main features, custom scenes, we have master tune presets. The software comes with 4 preset modes that instantly adapts to different scenarios. These presets are locked, you can't modify them. I assume for patent or quality control reasons, but you can create your own custom configurations. If you want to customize settings, you need to add your own configuration. You can import configuration files if you already have them. Any settings you create can be saved and exported. You can share your configurations with other users. Perfect if you are a producer and want to share your setup with colleagues or clients. Next, we are looking at the EQ controls. With the EQ controls, you get precise frequency adjustments to shape your sound exactly how you want it. When you enable reverb, it automatically turns on and you can hear the effect immediately. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. You can modify the reverb settings as much as you like until you get the desired results. Once you find the perfect scene, you can save it, export it, and reuse it. Next, we have multi-level noise cancellation that you can adjust via a long press on the control wheels. This is incredibly effective at minimizing background noise and room echo. Additional controls include gain control, real-time monitoring level adjustments, and RGB lighting controls. And as you can see, this is how the microphone light is being displayed, and the effect is set to breathing, and you can set it to loop, and you can see how that affects the RGB light. I can also set it to fix. You can set up, choose the color you want to be displayed, and this is just a very efficient, user-friendly way to go about this rather than just pressing the power button at the back that also toggles between RGB color selection. The flexibility you get from the MonoLink software combined with the noise cancellation feature gives you a real powerhouse tool for music, video creation, or any content that requires sound, which is genuinely impressive. Now let's get into what really matters. How does this microphone actually sound? First, I'm going to do some recording tests with the mic and my regular setup, the Maono PD200W, and at the end of the day we are going to compare both audios with and without noise cancellation. So I'm going to turn off noise cancellation. I'm going to turn on noise cancellation on both microphones right now, starting with the Maono PD200W. And by now you're already getting a taste of that active noise cancellation. I'm also going to turn off noise cancellation, turn on noise cancellation on the MU900, and that noise cancellation is also active. So now you can compare, you can see how both of these audios sound with and without noise cancellation, and you can tell there's a massive difference between the PD200W, the mono microphone, and the cheaper MU900 microphone. And we can actually increase this noise cancellation. Right now it is set to aggressive. We can reduce that, and this is how it sounds. If you don't want that aggressive noise cancellation, you reduce that from the software, and that's how it sounds as compared to the MU900, which is actually kind of set permanently to an aggressive denoising level. The next test we are going to be doing is noise cancellation. This is how it sounds when you record with the Maono PD200W microphone outside with noise cancellation turned on. This is how it sounds when you record with the Maono PD200W microphone with noise cancellation turned on at the first level. This is how it sounds when you record with the Maono PD200W microphone with the noise cancellation at the second level outside. This is how it sounds when you record with the Maono PD200W outside with the noise cancellation set to level 3. How does that sound? Let me know what you think. The noise cancellation is working. Now let's test the pop filter. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. 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 The plosives are much better controlled. The S and T sounds are still noticeable. That's just the nature of dynamic mics. But the harsh popping sounds from P and B sounds are significantly reduced. However, what are my thoughts concerning this microphone? Well, I'm going to start with the pros. Triple connectivity. You can use it wirelessly with USB and an XLR cable, which is actually very generous and gives you reasonable flexibility. For $100 approximately, the value is exceptional. It has a long battery life, which is actually really great. 60 hours. I'm not sure you would want to use it wirelessly that long. And the sound quality is genuinely studio grade. The build quality is premium and the software is actually reasonably good. It is portable and it comes with a complete package. A shock mount, a stand, cable, pop filter, all included in the box. But let's look at the cons, however. It offers triple connectivity, but it only made provision for dual connectivity. So if you actually want to use an XLR cable with your mic, you would have to purchase one separately. And the wireless range, well, it isn't so great. It may actually be able to cover 60 meters, but if there is a significant obstruction or barrier between you and the wireless connector or wireless receiver, it may actually mess up your audio. This is how it initially sounded when I went outside for the noise cancellation test. So you can actually hear how this is how it sounds. This is how it sounds when you are capturing the sound, when you are clicking record. Yeah, it was not so great. I actually had to bring out my PC closer to where I was to actually carry out the outdoor noise cancellation test. And the noise cancellation that was seemingly better compared to the budget mic wasn't so invincible when I stepped outdoor with the noisy road. However, it actually performed quite well as compared to budget mics or even premium mics around the same price range. One thing you should actually take note of about this mic is that it is not meant for a large group. Maximum one person at a time because it's a cardioid mic. So you have significant quality drop if you record or if you speak off axis. So, is the Maono PD200W really the world's #1 best-selling internet microphone? Here are my ratings. When we talk about the value for money, 9.5 out of 10. Sound quality, 8.5 out of 10. Build quality, 9 out of 10. And features, 9 out of 10. Ease of use, 8 out of 10. And overall, I give the Maono PD200W 8 out of 10. And I highly recommend it. So, what are your thoughts about the microphone? Have you tried it? Are you considering it? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll respond to as many comments as I can. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.